Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Scott Sharrard on Greg Allman.
Summer of 2008, my buddy Jay Collins, who played sax with Greg for like 15 years and has been my friend for many years, brought me to sit in with the Allman Brothers, and Greg decided to recruit me for his band. So it started in 2008, and then we toured all over the world. We did tons of gigs. We did a live album called Back to Macon. I think that came out in 2011 or 12, if my timeline is correct. And then we did Southern Blood and Muscle Shoals with Don Was producing that record. I wrote a song called My Only True Friend with Greg. That was the Grammy nominated song. The album was also nominated for an Americana Grammy for Album of the Year in 2017, which was the year that Greg sadly passed away before he was able to go to the ceremony and everything. So yeah, it was a hell of a ride, and what can I say? I always say, my Beatles and Rolling Stones in my house were the Allman Brothers and Little Feat, and I did get to see the Stones on the Steel Wheels tour when I was a kid in '89, but the Allman Brothers and Little Feat, I saw both of those bands several times from the age of 10 to 16 or something. My dad was a musician, guitar player, singer, songwriter from when he was a teenager, and he had to give it up to survive. But he kept taking me to concerts, and then when they saw I could play, it became kind of a I was let loose to practice as much as I needed to, and anything that I needed for music was a yes. Um, so I was on the accelerated program, uh, and that's I was just one of those kids. And by the time I was 15, my family moved to Milwaukee from Pennsylvania. I'm originally from the Detroit, Michigan area, born in Ann Arbor, so I'm a Michigander on both sides, but ended up in Milwaukee at the High School of the Arts, and that was definitive for me because there was High School of the Arts, and then there was the Blues Club, the Up and Under, where first my parents took me, then the owner signed me on as a bar back when I was 16, so I could be in there legally. And I started performing in there, and it started with sitting in with local legends like Stokes and Willie Higgins, and then it went to playing with Luther Allison, and then it went to like being in Willie Higgins' band and touring the Chitlin circuit in Wisconsin and Illinois and Minnesota when I was a teenager. And then by day, it was being at the Jazz Arts program, which was insane at Milwaukee at that time. Everyone who played at the Pabst Theater, thanks to the late Michael Cudahy, was given an extra check to come by my school and spend the day. So Jerry Mulligan, McCoy Tyner, Roy Hargrove, Josh Redman, Tito Puente, the list goes on and on. Kenny Barron Trio, they all came through and would do these day-long clinics with us. Um, and then our local jazz and blues musicians were world class. Mel Ryan was an adjunct professor who was the organist on all the early Wes Montgomery records. Gerald Cannon was an adjunct who was the bassist for McCoy Tyner and Elvin Jones Jazz Machine. And Gerald used to invite me to see Elvin, and he'd set us up on the side of the stage right next to him. You'd have Elvin, sweating on you like you're his drum tech. Uh, so I was marinated in a lot of music. I was not just a kid whose parents were taking him to rock concerts. By the time I was 16, I was fully immersed in the history of American roots music of all styles. And I was surrounded by masters, and it was just endless strokes of luck for me.
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.